Hi, Jeff Burke here from the Broadband Forum. I'm here today with Gavin Young, who is the head of fixed access at Vodafone. Gavin, we had just hit a milestone in which we had 1 billion broadband installations around the globe. And I believe that you were actually one of the founding members of what was then the ADSL Forum and started at the very beginning of DSL. Could you ever imagine we would have gotten to this point?
No, not at all, Jeff. In those days, there was a few of us met in an office in 1994 in London to set up the Broadband Forum because no one was really looking at architectures, and we were just moving from dial-up modems and ISDN to the early days of broadband on ADSL. So 500 kilobits was good, and if you could get 2 megabits, you could squeeze a video channel down that, and that was really cool. That was great. So we thought there might be something in this technology, this broadband stuff, but to reach 1 billion was beyond our wildest dreams. We'd never have dreamt that was possible in those days.
Well, it is really amazing, and congratulations to you and all the other members of the Broadband Forum who have actually, seen this come to fruition now. I guess maybe it's time to start talking about what the next stages of broadband are in terms of service to those existing billion and maybe getting to the next billion. I know that you led a discussion this morning at our Service Provider Action Council, really talking about testing and customer experience. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, certainly. So I think what's happened is, as an industry, we've increased the speed of these broadband offerings continuously, and now we're at a point where there's lots of service providers selling gigabit connections, which again is unbelievable when you look where we started with a few hundred kilobits or 1.5, 2 megabits. So to sell 1 gig today, and actually some countries are even selling 10 gigabit connections, places like Hong Kong, which is amazing. But now we have to look at what's beyond speed. I used to think my job was to make the network faster, but actually we need to have a higher aspiration, and we need to make it invisible so that users don't actually notice there's a network between them and their application, and everything just works. It becomes the tactile internet, and that needs us to address other aspects of quality like latency and consistency, predictability, reliability. All those things should be a prime focus, because the speed area, we know how to do it. We can't always afford to do it everywhere. There's work going on coverage. But this concept of moving from a fast network to an invisible network is something I'm keen to push, so that, as I say, everything becomes tactile and everything just works. And there's plenty of more work to keep us busy.
And I suppose this is all work that you see starting to gain traction within the Broadband Forum?
Yes, I think more and more people are starting to understand the importance of latency. And also we've reached the point of diminishing returns with just speed. So if you're a consumer and you've got a gigabit at home, would you pay extra to get, say, 1.3 gigabit? Would you really notice the impact on your applications? And would an operator invest a lot of capex to do that if the customers aren't going to notice? So we need to focus on these other issues, focus the investment wisely to really make a difference to customers, and that is definitely technically possible.
Well, again, congratulations to you on seeing something over the course of your career go from 0 to 1 billion. That's got to be quite an amazing feeling, and I guess you're really at this point looking forward to to seeing the next billion, perhaps.
Yeah, I think there's plenty more to be done. There's plenty more unconnected people on the planet to addressable market, but also the technology as we've moved to virtualization, disaggregation, we can move functions around, we can do lots of cool and interesting things. And so I think we've realized that bandwidth is necessary, but it's not sufficient. And also we're no longer in the business of being a telco, we're in the business of distributed computing, and that's the new era, and it's really exciting.
Well, thanks again for spending some time with us today.
No problem, thank you.